All right, and we're live. Back to the Friday Night Fellas here with Josh and my buddy Jack. Love both of you guys. So what I wanted to talk about too, so this Saturday is UFC 252, right? Huge main event with Stipe Miocic versus Daniel Cormier in the main event for the UFC heavyweight title. This bad boy is going to be a fucking awesome fight because the first two were both a lot of fun, and this was going to determine who's the GOAT heavyweight. So in the main event, do you guys have a prediction of who's going to win?
DC ain't taking that shit.
You don't think so?
Uh-uh.
Why not?
No. I mean, okay, so you have like multiple factors at play for why I think that, right? So his stamina to me at this point in his career with his age, which also factors in, right?
Yeah.
The only chance that I really give him is like the first round and a half. If it goes longer than that, it's a wrap, honestly.
I don't know about that, man, because the second fight, the first like 2.5 rounds, DC was pretty much dominating Stipe. And then, yeah, DC did get gassed in the half of the third. And that's when Stipe, you know.
Well, and then also like, okay, now like there's another pandemic-related reason to why I think there's no crowd behind anybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like, just think like, you know, same thing with football, baseball, whatever. If the crowd is behind you, you could do some wild shit because your adrenaline's running, whatever, dude, right? So, I don't know. I just can't see, like you said, he beat the brakes off him for that portion of that fight. Mm-hmm. Like, he was going hard, right? It's so long after that happened, he's only gotten older. And I understand that Stipe's gotten older too. You know what I mean? Like, I get that, but I don't know. That's how I see it, man. I don't know.
How do you see Stipe winning?
It's going to be their last fight.
Hey, what's up, Jack?
Oh, go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my AirPods were being weird for a second.
Yeah, so Josh, so you got Stipe, but in what round and how do you think he's going to win?
So it's so hard to call a knockout against DC. Fuck. I don't see it going to past round 3, honestly. I'm going to make a bold prediction. I don't see it past round 3. And I'm going to be even bolder, and I'm going to say
I'm going to write
knockout.
each one of our
predictions.
I'm gonna write each one of our predictions down on an index card, and then I'll take a picture of the index card and then I'll tweet it out. So Josh, so wait, let me get a new one so I can write what the card is. Okay, so all right, so, shit, that one's written on. All right, here we go. All right, so Cormier, Miocic. We get a damn right now. Okay, Bukic, final in the trilogy. All right, so Josh, you have Stipe in the third round?
Yep, third round knockout. I'm going to be extra bold, third round knockout.
Jeez. Third round KO. And Angel, what's your prediction?
So I think the first fight, DC knocked out Stipe in the first round, which is shocking, but the eye pokes helped out with that KO.
Yeah, it caught him
absolutely
completely surprised and stuff.
But in the rematch last year,
the second we knocked him out.
Yeah, in the rematch, I still thought DC looked better than Stipe. You know, his hands looked amazing. He was using his wrestling in all the right ways until he got gassed out and, you know, started being a little too confident, and then Stipe caught him with those body shots, which eventually led to the KO. So this one, I think DC is going to lean more into his wrestling, So I think it's going to go all 5 rounds. It's going to go to a decision, and I think DC is going to win, become the new heavyweight champion, and retire that night.
Ooh. So, wait, hold on. Just a follow-up question before we get into Jack. Now, DC does have interest in doing WWE shit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's his next step?
Not as a wrestler, but as a commentator, I can totally see it.
They also said
I can see that.
They also said that he may not actually because he wants one more fight with John Jones. So that was a speculation, though. I'm gonna say that Cormier learned. I mean, obviously he's watched it, and I'm gonna say he makes Stipe tap in the 4th round.
Nice.
Being extra bold.
Hell of a finish too.
Being extra bold.
So 3 completely different finishes here, dude.
Cormier by submission, 4th round.
3rd round KO over there, and then decision win.
I like it. That's what makes it fun.
Yeah.
So what happens if someone gets it right?
Tweet
Like
a
if one of
picture
us gets it right, what
later
happens?
on.
What should we wager?
It's a good question.
We could all wager. I don't know what 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
I could do 20. That's just to make it fun.
So,
all right. So we all put 20 in,
for,
and then the
for
person
whoever
who
wins.
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's have some fun,
Right.
fellas.
Well, wouldn't it be 60 because it's three people?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
but
All
that
right, so
right, but the winner wouldn't have to
you'd
put
get
in
your
that
20 back.
Right. So you'd actually get 40, right?
Oh yeah, I got you. Yeah, I got you.
And then
What if none of them happen?
Hey, imagine then we even out.
I
20.
Yeah, I guess we break even. Yeah.
Also, what's cool about this weekend? So the co-main event, Sugar Sean O'Malley, who's being a giant, massive star now in the UFC, even though he hasn't had any giant wins, but he's rising to the top, and he's gonna fight Chito Vera in the co-main event. Chito Vera is definitely a step up of competition compared to everybody else who he's fought before. But do you guys still got Sugar Sean? Do you think he's still gonna win this Saturday?
No.
You think Vera's gonna get the finish?
Yep.
I think he's on a roll.
I can see that too. I can see Vera getting the W too because he's a hard opponent.
Absolutely.
How about you, Jack? Do you think Sugar Sean's guy this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his fights, but from the last one I saw when he knocked the guy out, I forgot his name, but I think he's on a roll, and the way he's been acting on Instagram, I think he'll go. I hope he's not another, but I think that him, so I think he'll win by KO. I don't know. I think he will.
I can definitely see that too. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun fight either way, though. It's going to be very exciting because both of their styles are there. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, the last fight I want to talk about on this card, the featured bout is Junior Dos Santos versus Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Rosenstrike was the one that got knocked out by Uganu earlier in the year with in 13 seconds or something crazy like that.
Oh yeah, back in May when it was in Florida, yeah.
Yep, exactly. So, but
he's already fighting it.
Cloud your guys' judgment. Rosenstrike is like Uganu, dude. Like one punch, he's been knocking foos out. Like I think he has like one of the fastest knockouts in UFC history. I think it's 9 seconds or something crazy like that Rosenstrike's had. And then Junior Dos Santos is a former heavyweight champion in the UFC. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. Do you guys have a prediction for that one?
I'm going with Rosenstrike.
Me too.
Because
I'll go with Rosenstrike.
So also
Greg
what
too.
I was thinking too, right? Also what I was thinking as well before we carry on, since he asked, what if we all tie? What if we do a tiebreaker? We could pick one card or one match off of the card. So they don't have to be the same match, right? So we pick one match off of the card each, and if there's a tiebreaker, we go with that instead of the main event.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So
Sound good?
So say like the co-main event, or I mean the main event. So it's like I predict O'Malley gets a knockout, and then like that would be the tiebreaker or something like that.
Right. So we don't all have to pick like the same fight, but so we don't have to pick all the same fight, but it has to be on the main card.
All right, so here's my my tiebreaker. Then I think Rosenstrike gets the KO against Junior Dos Santos in the first round, probably like in the first minute.
Mine.
Okay.
I'll write the tiebreakers on the back.
Okay.
All right. So yours was what again?
His was
in the first round.
Right.
KO.
Rosenstrike, first round KO. Mine is gonna be Sean O'Malley, second round KO.
Okay.
Oh, I can totally see that too.
And what's yours, Josh?
Mine is Dodson, third round KO.
That's gonna be a fun fight too. I can totally see that happening too. All right, fellas. You know what's gonna be also awesome? That's the weekend afterwards. SummerSlam, fellas. I'm like super excited for like Drew McIntyre.
Me too. Yo. Oh goodness. Raw has probably been, and I know there's a lot of AEW fanboys out there. I get it, but I would say that Raw has been the best wrestling show throughout this whole pandemic.
I haven't been watching much
through the closed door wrestling life.
Last night was awesome.
I honestly
and dude, Raw has been like that for the past like month and a half.
I had to work till 7, and like June, it was kind of low point. And all of it was just really good, and that's what Raw is the only wrestling life that I have watched every single week.
Raw is really good, dude.
I try to watch it, but then SmackDown's I don't know. SmackDown's weird. I can't get myself to watch it.
I watch SmackDown, but I can't. I'm not invested into it like I am Raw. Like for example, if I got caught on MTV Classic or something, and there was some shit on, I would keep watching MTV Classic.
Yeah.
But like Raw, I don't care what I'm watching. I switch over to Raw because Randy Orton is killing it. MVP. Randy Orton's probably the MVP. Exactly. Well, it's so weird because you have Drew is just as good.
Yes, that's why the main event's perfect because it's the two hottest stars colliding.
Yep. Yeah, and then even I don't know everything on Raw.
And it's gonna be on a boat.
Hopefully.
Is it?
There's rumors.
Well, the last rumor that I heard was that the somewhere in
go ahead, carry on.
Somewhere in Atlantic City, they opened up, and they were going to let them do their fucking SummerSlam. So I don't know if that means on a boat. I don't know if it means on the beach. Hopefully they'll announce it soon. But
yeah, the old Bash at the Beach.
That would be awesome.
They only got 2 weeks or a week or a week and a half.
Yes, yeah. Week and a half. Because Vince is fucking obsessed with saying 1 week from Sunday. Just say 2 weeks, dog. Why 1 week from Sunday?
Yeah, I never got that either.
Just say 2 weeks, bro.
What
are you doing?
Yeah, I saw that graphic last night on stage. I'm
when I was in
SummerSlam's this weekend? No, not my bad.
Right. Just say 2 weeks away, dude.
1 week from Sunday.
Oh.
What do you guys got in the main? Drew or Randy?
So that's this is tougher than any of the fucking UFC fights because Randy is at the top of his game, but Drew is a great champion who deserves to get he deserves to get a fucking crowd reaction. So it's so tough to
and he hasn't. He got to WrestleMania.
Right, and he deserves that, but also Randy is killing
Mania moment in an empty gym.
Right. Yeah. in a fucking empty gym, and Randy's killing it. So like it's tough, dude. I don't know. That's like a worst nightmare. Like
it's tough. Like this is the most unpredictable match.
Yeah.
This is the most unpredictable match in like I don't know, at least a year.
And in my opinion, it's the biggest match of the year too. Like no
Absolutely.
for any other match has come close to the magic that these
I think so too,
dude.
Yeah, and like, see, that's what pisses me off about the COVID shit because, as I said last time, I think WWE was on track for like its best year in a really long time, dude. And a whole lot got ruined
like
from this shit. Like
5 years or something,
Yeah.
even more.
Easily, because you had the Fiend and Cena thing would have been sick with a crowd.
Yeah.
Edge and Orton would have been sick with a crowd. Drew and Brock would have been sick with a crowd. And that was just the beginning of the year. Like Royal Rumble was awesome. Like you guys went and probably felt like a fucking 10 years ago at this point, but
honestly has. Yeah, it was a time of our lives, man.
It definitely
and yo, like
definitely does.
That was like the best booked Royal Rumble I've seen in fucking probably almost 10 years, probably, right? Like
the last really
they had
good one was
I'd say it's maybe since like the one Cena.
Yeah, when
I was gonna say the one where Cena came back.
Yeah, where he came out at 30 and no one
Madison
expected that
Square
shit.
Garden.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I think I got Randy in the main for SummerSlam. I think Randy's gonna take it.
Really?
Yep. Randy's too hot right now, dude. There's so much money that you could make with Randy Orton right now.
Bro, he is easily the best heel in the business. Like not WWE,
Exactly.
like everywhere. He kills it. Yo, like I honestly think that Vince likes him so much that he probably doesn't script his promos.
Honestly, because his promos have a giant different tone than everybody else. Because everybody else sounds like the same person. You know what I mean? Because the same writers fucking writing the same shit. But Orton, his are like out of this world, dude.
Yeah. Like the past 2 weeks, like now, Drew actually got the best of him last week. But the fucking promo that he cut on Flair at the end, bro, like, Jack, you haven't seen it yet, but when you do, this is one of the best promos I've seen in a really long time, right? Like, that shit was...
I haven't.
That shit was nutty, buddy.
ASAP, bro.
Yeah.
That was crazy, dude. Like, it was one of the craziest endings to Raw I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, it was nuts, dude. It was crazy. And, like, Randy killed it. Flair fucking killed it too, man. Like, hopefully that's how he ends his entire career. Like, he never needs to come back. Like, I respect Ric Flair, obviously. Everybody loves and respects Ric Flair. Like, you don't have to come back ever again. Like, we appreciate you and what you did. You know, but great fucking ending to the show. Awesome. Like, I was glued, man. Like, I fucking tossed my phone down. Like, and usually during all wrestling, like, unless something catches my eye, I'm on my phone. This shit caught my eye. I was like, boop. I tossed that shit. Nope. Okay, let's go. Like, I was into it, man. Randy is the shit right now.
So who do you got in the main then, Josh? Randy or Drew?
Drew.
Damn.
Drew.
They got to continue his momentum.
They have to. They have to. And, like, this feud could go, you know, months. Like, Randy could lose and snap on him next night at Raw. You know what I mean? So, like, there's avenues that it could go. You could stretch this out if you wanted to. You could stretch this out till Survivor Series or
you get
even
almost like the rest of the year.
Yeah. So, I mean, so, like, there's potential here. Like, Randy doesn't have to win it right now. Ric Flair could come out and fuck him over.
Yeah, and I think that's the red herring that they put with yesterday, dude.
Right.
Or even like Charlotte or, I don't know, anybody, you know what I mean, to make it crazy. But here's how I see it going, right? I see Randy winning, and then they have a 3-part series where Randy beats him in the next pay-per-view, and then they end it at Hell in a Cell, right?
Okay.
Christian then comes back, and Randy versus Christian will be the Survivor Series main event and the TLC main event. Then at Royal Rumble, yeah, imagine.
that actually works because Randy Orton has said multiple times that Christian was his favorite opponent of all time.
And it'd be a big match for a big tour.
And also you got the Edge factor. So
At the Royal Rumble?
I think Edge wins the Royal Rumble 2021, and you do Edge versus Randy Orton WWE Championship WrestleMania main event.
The worst thing about this whole fucking Corona shit is that match.
Royal Rumble at the Performance Center?
Yeah.
That's one that you can't do at the Performance Center because it depends on crowd participation.
Yeah, honestly.
Review. Well, actually, they're doing Cyber Sunday next month too.
Are they?
Yeah. No, wait. What was it? Taboo Tuesday, Chad?
Yeah.
Something like
No. Taboo Tuesday.
Yes.
Taboo Tuesday.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you for real?
Yeah. Yep.
That's pretty cool.
But like besides that.
Yeah, they brought
the
like
Royal
a week
Rumble.
Or two ago.
Yep. But besides that, the Royal Rumble is the only one that depends on crowd participation. Like you need people being like 10. Like that's what comes. Like that's what comes with it. Like it's what you look for. So I don't know, man. But
what I could see them doing for Rumble. You know how Money in the Bank they did it on the rooftop? Why don't you have Rumble on the rooftop, make it a little over the top, and can some noise? Come on, like the backlash when they can noise for Edge or Norton. You know what I mean? That's all we can do. So do it.
Yeah,
that was
awful to watch, though. It was terrible.
It went too long.
Why? Will guys go over the edge?
Wouldn't it be funny though if people started throwing each other over the rooftop for Royal Rumble?
And it's instead of over the top rope, it's over the edge. That'll be a tribute to Owen Hart, over the edge.
Yo, you want to know what's actually more fucked up than that is that Rey Mysterio's had a worse 2020 than all of us combined.
Yeah,
this motherfucker got tossed off a roof. He lost his eye. He fucking that motherfucker. Yo,
his son's getting mauled with a kendo stick.
Like he's been through it, man. Goddamn. Fuck.
Hey, on SummerSlam, what's the second match you're looking forward to the most?
Seth and Dominic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yo, I actually think Dominic's gonna kill it, man.
That'll be fun.
You think Dominic is gonna pull up the W?
No.
You think he's gonna stay around?
Yes. Yeah, I think he'll stick around. I don't think he's going to win. I think he's going to do like an old Shane McMahon type of thing to where he puts his heart into it. But Seth is going to beat him, dude. You can't do SummerSlam Seth Rollins losing to a dude in his first match, I don't think, right?
Yeah, but I mean Rollins is
it's like Kurt and Cena.
The way they can make Dom a super babyface is have him this close to beating Rollins, but then lose. And then do the rematch at Hell in a Cell inside the cell, dude.
Yeah.
Because that's a rivalry that deserves it, dude.
Absolutely.
Bunch of fucking build. A lot of heat.
And then you have Ray.
Or a last man standing.
Yeah, see, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And then either one of those, you could have Ray interfere, whether it's Hell in a Cell or Last Man Standing. Going forward, he could help him get his revenge. But right now, for SummerSlam, Seth's not losing this match.
I agree. It should be a lot of fun, though. I can totally see it being a crazy spectacle.
Actually, here's something that I see coming. You guys probably see it coming, too. I could see Samoa Joe getting involved.
Yes. Totally can. He's probably going to be the next feud after Dom. And I'm down. Rollins and Joe sounds like a plan to me.
Samoa Joe is so good at commentary.
I'm down. I've missed him. Yeah.
Samoa Joe, he knows how to get people over on commentary. He's just so good at every aspect of the business.
Yeah, hardcore agree.
You
know what match I don't
so
give
good,
a fuck
dude.
about at SummerSlam?
What's that?
The Fiend versus Strowman.
At this point, I'm over it.
For the 20th time?
Yeah. Well, I was confused by the Swamp fight because I thought it was for the title. And then the Fiend comes popping up. And I go, oh, shit, the Fiend won. And then, like, my grandmother had texted me because she don't get the pay-per-views. She goes, who won? I go, I don't know. She goes, how don't you know? I go, I don't know. I fucking, like, Braun Strowman drowned him. And then all of a sudden, he came popping up. And she was like, are you drunk? And I'm like, no. Like, I'm telling you what happened. Like, I don't know. I don't know who won. How don't you know who won? I don't know. When it ended, I had no idea who the fuck won that match, dude.
It was so confusing, dude. I'm so sick of the cinematic matches, dude. Like, I know that's an unpopular opinion, but
No, it's not because, at first it was awesome. Like, the first two they did at WrestleMania worked because it was
the Boneyard match.
The Boneyard match was awesome, and the Firefly Funhouse.
Cena and Cena.
Yeah. That was cool, even though it wasn't really a match. It was more of like a mind fuck.
Yeah.
But it was still cool. It was. I enjoyed it. I liked it. But like now it's like overkill. Like, why did the Viking Raiders and Street Profits need a cinematic match? Why, bro? And then you throw some ninjas in this bitch. Like, I felt like I was watching Mortal Kombat. Like, it was unnecessary. It was, right? Like, it was unnecessary.
I thought that one was just silly fun. You know, it was like I was bored pay-per-view, and then it randomly came up, so I'm like, I was enjoying that. But like when remember Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream on that takeover when they had their cinematic fight?
Yeah.
Right.
That was terrible. I hated it. And then the Swan fight was the cheapest looking thing I've ever seen. I'm like, dude, it takes me out. Like, I can't get invested if it looks this fake.
Yeah, like at least with the Boneyard one, like you could tell they like went in, like they went hard for that motherfucker, dude. They went hard for the fucking.
It made Undertaker
Boneyard.
look like a badass.
Right. But then you get this bullshit where like the best special effect in the whole thing was making Alexa Bliss appear in like an apparition of smoke. That was like the coolest thing in the whole fucking match. Like she popped up and I was like, oh shit.
Me too.
Like I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like I put my phone down, I'm like, what the fuck? And then nothing after that impressed me. Like I said, like he drowned him, and then this motherfucker popped up behind a boat or something. It was like, Rah! And I'm like, okay, what the fuck? Who won? Who won?
Hey, do you all agree that Fiend is going to become the new champ at SummerSlam?
Yeah. Braun.
But you know what? I'd really like to see going into like WrestleMania. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was saying Braun. He just hasn't been a good champion, Like, that's probably from booking, but he hasn't impressed me one bit, man.
I agree, man. I agree with that. All of his matches sucked.
Drew, like, Drew McIntyre, you can tell how he's a champion. Braun Strowman's the same person with or without it. And
right.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. Oh, I was gonna say, I'd really like next year at I would like in a perfect world, hopefully if the world's better and we can go to WrestleMania next year. It's a long shot at this point, but anyway, going into WrestleMania next year, I'd like to see the Fiend as the champion go against Jeff Hardy for the title and have Jeff Hardy do his supernatural shit too. And then have Jeff Hardy win the title as like his last hurrah, because you know how he's like hyping himself up now that he wants one last like glory ride.
I'm so down for that. I'm like,
that would be
Jeff
dope.
Hardy's one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I would love to see him become Universal Champion.
Yeah, that would be dope. The thing with the Fiend, right? Like he should have never lost the title to begin with. Exactly. Like that was all Goldberg bullshit, bro. Like it should have never come to like. So the story that I heard was that when Goldberg flew into Saudi Arabia, he approached Vince and was like, "I can't lose this. What about the kids who look up to me? What kids, dog? What?
No kids. What kids?
Right? Like get the fuck out of here, dude.
98.
Right. And like even then, I like Stone Cold better, motherfucker. Get out of here, right? But like So, and then Vince fell for it, I guess, because he fucking that was like the worst match, bro. Like I felt personally offended. Like I was at work and I went out to smoke a cigarette on lunch, dude, right? And I'm checking Twitter and I scroll through my shit and it goes Goldberg defeats the Fiend. I go, it wasn't even that he beat him. You beat him that quick.
Yeah, dude. It killed the Fiend character.
I mean, they've done their best to build it back up. But, like, you know, I don't think he's lost sense. Well, he lost to Braun, but that's it. You know, so, like, he should still be champion to this day. You ruined the mystique behind this dude.
Yeah, man.
It's
honestly, if they wanted to have somebody beat him, I know it's unpopular, but they should have just had Reigns beat him because at least he's full time in there. You know what I mean?
Like, that's the only reason that I'm not like totally hating Braun Strowman beating him. Like, at least he's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can like build a program, right? And you can like build a program out of it or whatever. But Goldberg, bro, like you knew Goldberg wasn't staying, dog. Like you had him for a month.
You know what? I got a crazy prediction for that. I think Otis cashes in.
On who?
In the middle of the match.
Yeah, but on who? The Fiend and Braun?
Yeah, on Fiend and Braun. Like, save us. I don't want either. I'll be honest. I don't give a fuck about Bray Wyatt. I don't care about the Fiend no more. It was fun, you know, last year.
A year ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's dead now. Like, no one gives a fuck. Yeah. I don't want to see the Fiend belt back. I don't want to see him be like fucking Jason Voorhees every pay-per-view. Let Otis become the champ. At least he makes me smile and laugh. You know what I mean?
That will not be a popular opinion amongst the Zubairs of the world.
I don't care if you're funny, if you're entertaining. I like you. That's what wrestling should be. Braun Strowman and the Fiend aren't entertaining right now. I don't give a fuck. Otis, he can dance. That's funny enough for me.
He's the new version of Dusty.
No, but see, like Otis, right? Like I understand that the reason that they picked him, like unexpected, and he's popular, you know what I mean? But do you think that he's honestly a dude who will cash in and win? Or do you think he's like a joke type of guy who will just like kind of like a bushwhacker come in and go, you know, and just like lose or
I mean, he can totally. I mean, I can see it either way. He can totally be, you know, one of the losing Money in the Bank holders. But this guy, again, I haven't been watching SmackDown regularly, but when I was, he was like my favorite part of the show every time. And I have more of the casual fan lenses now, so I would assume a lot of casual fans are probably super into Otis. And that's the only fans that really matter when it comes to making money. So if Otis is making money, then put the strap on him. Who gives a fuck? You know, it's wrestling.
Well, we also thought that he could cash it in for the tag titles.
Oh shit.
Well, yeah, because it's any title you want. It doesn't have to be
a world title,
right?
Yeah, that'd be an interesting twist. But that'd be another great way to make Otis a heel or Tucker Knight and have them feud or whatever too. Like Otis is like promising Tucker, hey, I'm gonna cash in on the tag team championships, but instead he goes for the Universal the same night or some shit. I don't know.
Hey, we got to remember we met Otis.
Yeah, he was cool too.
With Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Same table.
He was a cool guy. I have my autograph right here too. I don't know if the lighting is right here.
Oh,
Kurt
mine's
Angle.
at my other house.
Yeah, that was a fun time. Yeah, but SummerSlam's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait.
It is.
So, you guys didn't watch Talkin' Shop-A-Mania?
No.
No. I mean, like I seen
didn't either,
like a lot of wrestlers were trying to make that happen, but I just no. I'm okay with that. Like, I actually didn't know it happened until after it happened, to be honest with you.
It's because I follow the Carl Anderson on Instagram, and that's how he kept promoting it like every week.
How much pay-per-views do you think it sold? 1,000?
800.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
I don't know why I still follow him, but Leo Rush is like the most annoying motherfucker ever. Like,
What?
I don't get what's wrong with this guy. Like, I don't know. He's so annoying. Like, and every time I see him, I always think it's 21 Savage because he has like blue braids now.
Does he?
Yeah, he
Does
has
he
like
really?
blue. Yeah, he has like little like blue dreadlocks now.
Oh. I seen him show up at some like. Seen him show up at some like indie fucking like. It was in a dude's driveway. They had a ring set up in a dude's driveway, and he showed up.
It was like how Enzo had a match against whoever, and it was at an RV park.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but he just showed up. But he like showed up dressed like a ninja, and he took his shit off. Now, oh my God, it's Leo Rush. There was like 50 people. I'm like,
Gotta love indie wrestling.
Jeez.
Oh boy.
He was better off running around the ring shouting Lashley.
Yeah, doing his
Lashley.
fucking.
Lashley.
I loved him like that, and then you never saw him again. Like, he was perfect like that. 'Cause
Right.
he can't be a star being a fucking midget wrestler, so it fit him
Because he's
perfectly.
fucking
He has a big
annoying.
mouth. Yeah.
He's annoying, right? So yeah,
I don't know why anybody that's like 5'6", 140 pounds gets into pro wrestling. Like, just be a drama kid, bro. You know?
I don't know. Ask Josh Fuller.
Like, you know, not to be mean, but you're not gonna have a career in this world. You know what I mean? When there's big boys.
being 160 pounds and 5'5".
Yeah, dude. Like,
you might do some flips, but you're better off being like a skateboarder.
yeah, right.
Or like a snowboard, like
that's it.
yeah, like you only exist to make a big dude look better.
Exactly. That's literally the only purpose, dude.
Yeah. Like if you were to fight Braun Strowman, you would be a bump machine the entire match. That's
Braun
what you
Strowman.
Like Seth Rollins with tower.
Roar.
Yeah, but I miss the big boys in wrestling, man. Like, that's, you know, the over the top characters and stuff, and
You miss the
fucking
hosses.
muscles.
You miss Super Crazy and Psychosis?
I miss the Mexicals, baby.
I met Super Crazy last year.
At an
Oh,
indie
really?
show?
Yeah, the Defy Wrestling in Seattle.
Was he cool?
Yeah, he came out to Old Town Road.
It's pretty funny.
I wish Joey Ryan wasn't a sexual predator, because me and Phil had a good time meeting Joey Ryan the one time we did.
Really?
Yeah, you pointed at his dick.
Yeah, we took a picture with him where we
Yeah.
like kneeled down and just pointed at his dick. Yeah, but now he's canceled, and rightfully so. He sounds like a fucking scumbag,
Wait.
dude.
What did he do to get canceled?
He like sexually
Hanging out with
assaulted
16-year-olds or some shit.
women wrestlers.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah. So I think like 20-something came out against him, like, alone.
And then fucking someone got Chris Hansen to send him a cameo, and it wasn't like a joke. It wasn't like a joke, like happy birthday, like how you sent me the
Yeah.
LeVar Ball and stuff. Like, he was actually saying shit. He's like, I don't think I should be hanging out with 16-year-olds.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
That'd be the indie match, dream match right there. Chris Hansen versus Joey Ryan.
That's some. They got to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch for that.
Yes, absolutely. Yo, Celebrity Deathmatch used to be my shit, dude.
Ooh, I
Because
loved
like
it.
they would actually keep up on who was beefing.
Yeah.
And, like, so it wasn't like slapped together bullshit. Like, it would be like Christina Aguilera against Britney Spears, or like
And-
Stone Cold versus Vince McMahon, or some shit, dude. Like,
Or Bow Wow and Romeo.
yeah, like they would pay attention to where it's like, yo, I actually want to see that. I wonder who's gonna win.
Or or In Sync versus Backstreet Boys. I remember that one.
Yes.
I wonder if you could like buy
And
the
then Judge-
seasons on. Oh, what?
I don't know.
Wonder if you can
I
buy
don't
the
know.
seasons on like PlayStation or something.
I bet you could. Remember how Steve Austin was like the guest enforcer on a couple of episodes, and he killed Vince McMahon on one of the
Yes.
episodes?
I remember when
Yeah.
remember when Seth Green hosted Raw, and then
Yeah.
they had that. He used to have that show called Robot Chicken,
Yeah,
and they
the
did like it was kind of
WWE
like a celebrity death match spoof, and it was like
Yeah.
Cena against Triple H, and then Dakota Fanning ran out.
Yo, actually, Robot Chicken is still on.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, man.
Oh damn,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
They gotta have
Yeah,
T Swift against Kid Rock on Celebrity Deathmatch.
They got to bring it back. They got to bring back. They got to bring it back. Celebrity
They brought
Deathmatch
back-
is the shit, man.
They brought back Beavis and Butthead so they can bring back Celebrity Deathmatch.
And actually,
renewed,
I actually
right?
seen a fucking trailer about the Beavis and Butthead thing, and it totally debunked what everyone was saying. Like, they're not going to be politically correct because they had like a fucking trailer that came out, and one of the like they were in front of the class, and the teacher asked Beavis and Butthead, they're like, "So how do you feel about like transgenders and shit, stuff like that?" And just like, what's that? And I was fucking dying. Oh, it's so funny. I wonder if I could find it. Hold on.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun when
Think
it comes back. It's coming
Not
back at the
till-
perfect time too, because right now it's a crazy
Yeah.
time in the world, dude.
Right. It's the
Yeah, like
perfect
when do we
time
get
for
a
it
new
to come
episode?
back.
We need a new season of South Park. I'm
Jeez.
sure soon.
Yeah,
because
that's-
South Park's always on in the fall.
Next month. Yeah, it's gonna start in September. Jack, I just sent you the trailer of this Beavis and Butthead shit.
I'll watch it after we hang up. I think I might have saw it. I don't know, but yeah, I think I might have saw it.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Angel, I'm sending it to you too.
All right, bless up. I'll check it out right after.
I got all the seasons on DVD or on like that shit.
All right, fellas. Here's a wild
Okay.
question, right? So since we got two awesome weekends coming up with UFC 252 and SummerSlam coming up,
Yeah.
what do you think is going to be like the most entertaining like show, UFC 252 or SummerSlam, and why?
So, to me, it depends if Vince can pull off getting a socially distanced
Or
crowd.
a beach.
Right. Like, if they do it on the beach and they have, like, a socially distanced crowd, I think SummerSlam's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So, it's tough. Like, based on cards right now, I would say UFC. But I don't care how bad the SummerSlam show would be if there's a crowd. SummerSlam. Like, I've been craving for.
Josh, I think you went mute. Technical difficulties, folks. Give us one moment.
Please stand by.
Stand by.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're good. T-Mobile guy, can you hear me now?
I'll take these fucking things off. So it comes down to if SummerSlam has a crowd, I think it'll be the better show just because wrestling fans have been waiting for a crowd for so long.
Yeah.
Just to, like, when this shit's over, like, every crowd is going to sound like WrestleMania Raw after WrestleMania type of shit. If SummerSlam has a crowd, it's going to be a better show just because of crowd participation. Based on card right now, I'd say UFC looks better. It all comes down to whether they're able to have a crowd at SummerSlam, to me. But card-wise, UFC all day.
How about you, Jack? What you got?
I think honestly, I've been looking forward to the main event of UFC 252 since like the beginning of the summer because they've been hyping it up the whole time, and I would have to give that just a little bit of edge
Slight
over
edge.
SummerSlam because of we don't know. I mean, it's not that I care about being predictable or unpredictable, but we have an idea of what UFC can be right now, and we don't exactly have an idea as we stand here of what SummerSlam is going to be like. Though I think the main event's going to, be. I think it might be arguably the match of the year.
Yeah.
I want to give UFC just the slight edge right now.
I totally get that, and I'm with both of you guys on the same boat. So, like, I think we're really spoiled on both sides, right? Because we got two fantastic main events on both boats. Like, 252 this weekend, Miocic Cormier III is gonna be fucking awesome. I cannot put into words how excited I am for the trilogy fight here. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be historic, and I just can't wait for it. And then SummerSlam the week afterwards, Randy versus Drew is going to be off the charts. Like, the build has been crazy. I've never been this invested into like a singular match all year. So, yeah, it's UFC 252 by a slight edge, but I'm just happy to be a fan of both right now because they're killing it.
You're happy to be a wrestling fan.
A wrestling fan like Wasim, dude.
We're going to get Ken Shamrock on the Raw Underground, hopefully soon. Oh, wait, no, he's in TNA, isn't he?
Yeah, but you never know. Wrestling's wacky right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shayna Baszler didn't look that good, though, in her Raw Underground. She was on it last night.
They did a chick one?
Yeah, they did a chick. She beat up like 4 chicks. But
jeez,
for someone who's like, professional in the fighting world, I was like, your hits kind of look a little fake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Ziggler and Riddick Moss and everybody else who did it in the past did a lot better. All right, fellas, but I think this is a perfect end for our preview show.
Getting hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Later, man.
All right. Let's do this again soon, fellas. Thank you for
debut episode. Signing off.
Hell yeah. Have a good night, fellas.
Peace.